Hello, everybody. Terry and I came together to make a table today, and we were thinking about what might be a nice theme. And given the stress that everybody's been under in the last 8 months or so, we decided to do a calming, Zen table, we're calling it, something that is soothing and relatively like a spa experience that will just be very nurturing for the guests at the table. So we'll begin over here. I pulled together things I have in my house, like this diffuser. And it's always nice to have a scent in the room. We chose lavender because it's soothing and kind of restful. And so we have the diffuser going for the whole meal, and candles, which are also very soothing.
We have an orchid that I brought just because it's very peaceful and something, we have a little bit of an Asian feel to all of this, and the orchid is definitely feels very in line with that. We also have these food for talk cards, which I'm going to talk about later.
So now we're going to go to the table setting, and we chose these dishes because they're very sort of earthy looking, heavy earthenware. And we have these cards on the table. Terry, do you want to talk about the cards a little bit?
Sure. These are these food for talk cards. It just really helps to have meaningful conversations with people. We do this at home, sometimes with the kids, especially over the holidays. So I'm going to read one to you that's kind of near and dear to my heart, something I can really relate to. But this is one of the themes. Knowing that everyone in your family got out safely, what item would you grab first if your house was on fire? So in any case, but we have various cards on the table and something to spur really interesting, thoughtful discussion.
I'll read another one just for fun. Your attitude will determine your altitude. Why do you think this is true? These are conversation starters that I think lead to interesting perspectives by everybody at the table. So I had this table fountain, and we think that, water is a soothing sound, and so we decided to put that on the table with candles again, which are another soothing sound. And in the center, we made a centerpiece out of these crystal selenium bars that are, it's a crystal that is supposed to take away negative energy in your house. It's supposed to be very soothing. A lot of people have them in a place in their home, like a bowl filled with them. And so we thought it would be fun, and again, with our nature theme, having them on the rocks. This is Himalayan sea salt and a spoon that is modeled from an actual leaf that we thought was pretty and tied it to nature. And again, in keeping with the theme, we have each guest gets to take home a bottle of essential oil for themselves.
We did use chopsticks. I have been informed by my Chinese exchange student that you really should use metal chopsticks, and so these are his that we gave him as a present. These are something that we thought of a sushi dinner or something like that we might do with this meal.
And we're thinking of, a very healthful meal. So we have the water glasses filled with SodaStream water, and we have these natural flavors, flower syrups from the Botanic Garden that the guests can choose from various flower essences like lavender, jasmine, rose, orange blossom, and lemon verbena to flavor their beverage. These can also be used in other kinds of drinks as well.
Yes.
These came from, these are Ikebana arrangements. The holders are something that I've gotten at various rummage sales. I just love them, especially when they're natural stone base. They have, what is this called again?
It's a frog.
They have frogs built into them. And so we went outside, and there are these beautiful natural grasses that have fronds.
I'll show you.
We'll show you the one in my yard that has kind of a reddish top to it. And we just cut those top fronds, and they only last a few hours before they kind of turn into seed and become curly. So they stay this nice, gentle arc shape. So we made these arrangements, kind of Ikebana arrangements that Terry and I learned how to do many years ago. And each guest will get to take one home.
That's right. Okay. And then we have our final bowls, the singing bowls that.
Do you want to talk about how these are made?
Well, they are made, these came from Nepal, and they were hand hammered for several days. I think 5 days in a row, hand hammered with love poured into it. And so they're very special. When you ring them, they have vibrations that really are very healing and a lot of energy boost.
Yeah, in their culture, they believe that sound has a movement and that movement is very helpful for you. Kind of the way drums affect you. You can sometimes feel that in your chest. These are the same. And the interesting thing too about making these is that they're often made from very, very old metal. They melt it down. They melt down old bowls that are hundreds of years old and make new ones out of it. And I believe it takes like 5 days of intense hammering to make a single bowl. These belong to a number of us. We all started doing gong meditation a few years back and have found it very soothing at a local yoga studio. And so I will ring them for you, and you'll understand what I'm talking about. The ring lasts a really long time. They're vibrating, which is what makes that ring sustain such a long time. And that is our Zen table.
That's right. So relax and take it all in and just
Be in the moment.
Right.
And don't worry about what's going on out there. It doesn't matter. It's just all right here and inside.
That's right.